So this is going to be a will it run video, probably a short one because it's a Miata, and the answer is usually yes, it will run. Bought this thing out of Copart. They wanted some crazy money for it, and somehow they probably pressed the wrong button and said, yeah, sure, we'll take literally 20% of what we wanted, which surprised me. It's a 94. Would mean it's a C package, and it smells like a 94. 86,000 miles. Some stuff's disconnected. I got hope that this thing runs fine. Unfortunately, paperwork wise, this is the only parts. Also, it's rotted, so I don't feel so bad. If this wasn't rusty, I might have made a campaign to try to save it, but it's red and it's rusty. It's 2 strikes, and the bad paperwork, 3 strikes, it's out. So we're gonna put a jump pack on it and see what happens. Let's pop the old trunk. So if this engine's good, it's already sold. These things are just not lasting long. Oh. O2 up ML headlights. That's a bonus. We'll just set these over here. I don't know if those are worth anything. I don't know why they would be. That makes no sense. And looks like I got a place to sleep. And we've got some signs of water in here. It smells real bad. Real bad. It's got some junk spliced in here from this amazing alarm system. Well, I thought this car came with no keys, but look at that. We have keys. We had keys. I wish there were Mazda factory keys, but it's okay. Beggars can't be choosers. All right, so we're gonna look at some of this wiring that they've done. Because typically all these cheap, crappy alarms, which is pretty much all alarms, I'm sorry guys, it's just the way it is. All they do is interrupt a power or ground, and I guarantee you that's what's going on here. So I'm gonna trim some of this back and try to undo what they have done. All right, we'll see if that stays in place. We just need to basically take out all this nonsense. Anything with all this twisted wire, it's all gotta go. Remove it. Anything that doesn't look like it's supposed to be here is gone. Zip tie city. Look at that. A cut wire with no out. I wonder where that comes from. There's our interrupt right there. All you got to do with these things is literally just put it back to the way it was supposed to be. That wire goes to this wire, so this goes, where does this go? That looks like an unfactory wire. Unfactory? That's not a word. Oh, there's a bundle of junk up here. Yeah, so what we're gonna do, I don't really have to go too crazy here. I'm gonna take this wire, which is cut, we're just gonna boop, and we're gonna connect it to this wire, which is boop. There's that. Whoops. Use cheapest wire possible. It's aluminum. That's how you know it's a high quality install. When they can't even use copper core wire. What the heck is with that? All right. Now it should function as factory. We'll know by the fact that it cranks. There's our power. That's on there enough. It sparks. No sparks. All right, let's go see what happens. D-E-double-D, still dead. I don't think I've got a good connection on the ground. It's not really an alternate ground location. We can just through that. It's not sparking, and that is kind of concerning. Let's check that main fuse. See somebody try to do some. Oh, look, we've got some horse hockey going on in here. Oh, look, stuff's coming alive. Yeah, all right. Well, I got the tool for this. You might call them vice grips. I call them diffusers because it's taking the fusing properties out. We're just gonna, you know, clamp it together and it's gonna be okay. Fixed. You know, this was a nice car because it still has a dipstick loop on top of the actual dipstick. There's oil in it. That's good. See what the coolant looks like. Please don't be milkshake. It's coolant. Let's see if it runs. All right. I got faith in this. Sounds okay. Sounds like it's not getting fuel. It's cranking good. I don't hear fuel pump. I bet the fuel pump's DE-double-D. It's got oil pressure. 94 is last year for the real oil pressure gauge. Okay, let's go see if we've got the pressure of fuel. Let's see. I can pull a line off. I don't think these have a Schrader valve. I really need to let me get some starting fluid and see if it'll run a starting fluid to verify it's a lack of fuel, but I can tell you it's a lack of fuel. All right, let's pull this hose off. Let's give it the Liquido. Wait a minute. Premium starting fluid, not even the regular stuff. That sounds like enough. Let's just give it some extra. There we go. What's the worst that could happen here? Don't answer that question. It's gonna start. Oh, it likes that little bit of starting fluid. Yep, out of fuel. And sounds like there's no converter on it. Yay! Loss of money. And there's no converter on it. All right. Now we need to get to the fuel pump. Bomba de gasolina. Let's get this thing. Oh, wait a minute. We can't go too crazy pulling on this. Tonneau cover. That's almost makes up for the lack of converter. All right. Let's get all these clips carefully pulled. There's a way to do this, and then there's the way I'm doing it. I do sell these carpets, so I gotta be a little careful. Got them on. It's all rusted to the metal. I'm just gonna make this a whole lot of easy. Can we, let's see what this looks like here. Fuel pump is back here. And this is rusted to everything. I don't see any mouse turds, so that's good. Okay, I just need to, I need a hope and a prayer to get all these screws out. All right. Is this the wrong tool for the job? Oh, look at that. We got Mises and Mises. Hey. Eviction notice. You have no time to get out. Get out of here. All right, so there's the fuel pump. We could check for power at the pump, but I would guarantee you we got power there. So now I need to come up with another fuel pump. Where would I ever find a fuel pump in this place? Oh, this one's probably got a fuel pump. Let's look. Has it been pulled? Uh-oh. Oh, it's pulled. No. It means I actually got to hunt one down. Let's see. These are all too new. Here's one. This one might have one. No, it's gone too. Okay, well, we got more chances. It's gotta be a 94 to 7. I don't have any more 94. I don't have it. All of my fuel pumps are gone. I sell every single one. So let's try some stuff. Well, I found a fuel pump inside the shop on the shelf. So hopefully a 1.6 pump will work. I just need it to run the engine, not anything else. So now we got to pull the fuel pump out. Looks pretty simple. It's simple. Okay, time for the great reveal. How bad is this fuel pump? Bad. That is bad. There is something that used to be gasoline in that tank. So I'm just gonna pull this out. We're gonna swap the other one in and forget about the condition of the gasoline. Totally forget about it because I don't want to even, nope, we're just gonna put another pump in it. Gee, I can't imagine why this didn't work. Oh well, I'll deal with that later. Well, there's our fuel pump successfully installed with 2 screws the right way. Now let's see if it runs. It still doesn't run. Yeah, it would have fuel pressure by now. Okay, it's not that easy ever. Nope. All right, let's go check some of that stuff in the fuse box. It looks suspicious. All right, well, it looks like it's missing the ABS fuse because it doesn't have ABS, and it's missing the cooling fan fuse. It does have cooling fans, so that's not going to keep it from running. The rest of these look okay. This one, I can hear it click. Yeah, that one's all right. Let's see if there's any more hokey bajokey going on down here. Something's going on. That's just tied into that. I can't imagine them interrupting the fuel pump signal too. Usually they just interrupt one thing, and they have not interrupted anything else. I don't see. This is all junk from this, I think. Anyway, let me dig into this a little more. Maybe I can find something they did wrong. All right, so I did a little testing, and it appears we're not getting voltage the pump while we crank, and that comes directly from the fuel pump relay, which is a common failure on these cars. The fuel pump relay, I've got it unbolted. It is this dangler right here. I'm going to take the case off, and we're going to manually pull that relay in and see if we can get power to that pump. All right, I'm going to pull the relay in, and I believe you'll be able to hear the fuel pump kick on. So that's fuel pressure. So now we're going to crank it while we're pulling the relay in. It really doesn't want to run. All right, so I've got the hose off almost, and it definitely has some fuel. So we're gonna push that back on. I'm trying to figure this out. All right, now I'm resorting to trying to unclog the fuel injectors. Just hammered on the fuel rail. We're gonna do it a little bit more and see if we can get this thing to wake up. I'm pretty sure I've got injector pulls, because without injector pulls you wouldn't have spark, and it definitely has spark. We proved that. Definitely has fuel pressure. We proved that. So it's hammer time. I bet this rail's full of junk. Let's see what happens now. Well, it's hitting on one cylinder. Come on now. Oh, come alive. Oh, it's definitely not running on all of them. They're coming around though. It's idling. All right, so we gotta figure out which one we need to start hammering on. The hammer trick works again. All right. Is it you? Oh no, it's hitting on that one. I was hitting on that one. That's it right there. Jeremy Clarkson did it, so can I. Considering the state of the fuel that's in this thing is running pretty good. All that's left to do before we can call this thing sold is a leak down test. I'm not gonna bother doing that on camera. We're gonna let it run for a minute. This thing has been stationary for quite some time. Making sure we don't have any crank wobble. We're good. Looks like it is, but it's not. It's just the belt and all the dust and everything. Oh, what a success. Look at that, oil pressure. This is a job well done. I also found another key in this thing. I checked the computer too for corrosion. I didn't see any. We saw all of those, but look at that. Oh, I thought that was an OEM key. Dang it. I never get that lucky. But now we have an 86,000 mile 1.8 going into another Miata. Very good. I was looking at this thing. Tires are from 2012. They got a lot of rubber on them. That with the 86,000 miles, I bet this car's been off the road for a decade. And I wonder what was the original reason it was parked. Look how cracked those things are. I'm not gonna sell those. Shame I didn't get a converter with it. Thanks, someone's a jerk. Not overheating. It's been running for a while. It's got good oil pressure. $1 million question though, does the AC work? Oh, it did stuff. Do we have cool air? Guys, the AC works. That's nice. Nice cold AC. I got a compressor and AC parts to sell now. I love this stuff. I know these cars really well. Got plenty of cars here to borrow parts from to try. And they're really simple. It's got a little bit of lifter tick, but it's been sitting. You gotta cut some slack. It'll go away once it reaches operating temperature. Probably fresh oil, fix that stuff right up. But I love getting these old cars running. I feel like a lot of times you see these things at the auction, they don't run. People don't even give them the chance. The stuff goes to the shredder. All these good parts get wasted. It's colossal waste. So I can buy these things, hopefully cheap, and put a little bit of time and effort into getting them running so I can verify they're good. Sell all the good parts and recycle the rest. I think that's the right way to run a business anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this. Kind of an unusual video. I know I've done Will It Run videos before, and I know I've done Miata videos before, but kind of an impromptu video. Filmed the entire thing with my phone. Hopefully it comes out all right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I love all the comments, all the feedback, and even the criticism. I love it all, and I'll catch you on the next one. And now that it's warm, it's quieted down quite a bit. Still got a little bit of a mist, not terrible, but I don't think that has anything to do with engine health and everything to do with the fuel going into it. Excellent. Oh, and if you need any Miata parts, I got you covered.